Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm trying out a new series called Simplify Your Setup, which is just a few ideas to help you be more efficient with your band or audio setup. In today's video, we'll take a look at using a modular stacking toolbox set, which makes storing and transporting the specific items that I need for a gig easier to manage, carry, and keep organized. The one I'm using is from AEG, and each toolbox can be purchased individually or as a set of 3, which is what I did, and then added a 4th toolbox on top. You can do this with most tool brands which have their own modular toolbox system. The modular system is great because I can grab the cases I need specific to the job and store them accordingly. Now, there are musician-specific road cases, such as SKB, which are incredibly sturdy, but they are a lot more on the expensive side and they are heavier if you buy the metal framed one over the plastic casing. The reason why I went for a modular toolbox set is because it was cheaper and I'm working primarily in my local city and not traveling up and down the country or overseas like a massive touring sound company. If you're worried about how sturdy these are, well, these AEG toolboxes are quite sturdy, made from a hard plastic and some rubber seals around the lids keeping moisture out. And for peace of mind, I've added some soft foam inside some of the toolboxes to keep things safe. But for the most part, I'm not overly worried because I know that I store, transport, and treat my equipment very well. This toolbox comes with a metal rod which you can attach a padlock to for safekeeping. The metal rod is stored away on the lid on top of the large box when not in use. This larger box also comes with an extendable handle and some nice big wheels for rolling over all kinds of surfaces. I highly recommend you get a toolbox with large sturdy wheels. It's just so much easier to roll over grass, concrete, tiles, and other surfaces. When the boxes are stacked, there are latches on the side which lock into place and keep the boxes secure to one another without toppling over while you're transporting them all in one. You can also use the latches on the side as additional handles for picking them up, but the main handle is just as good, if not far better. Starting with the largest box, I use this one to store all my cables such as XLRs, jug cords, jack-to-jack cables, and multi-box power pods. This is handy for me because if I'm supplying mostly cables to a gig, I just wheel this out rather than carrying it. I also try and keep my cables together in groups of 4 using a large Velcro cable wrap, which makes it easy to grab cables quickly if I don't end up using everything in the box. Next is the medium-sized box, which can sit right on top of the larger one. I use this one mainly to store microphones, DI boxes, and the occasional mic clip. If I'm doing sound and I only need microphones, I grab this case only. If I need cables and mics, I grab the larger one and the medium size together. The smaller case now sitting on top of the medium-sized one, I mainly use for storing and transporting my in-ear monitor body packs, spare ear tips, earphones, and some extra cables. Some shows already have in-ear monitors set up or have a really good monitoring wedge system on stage, in which case, if I don't need mine, I just leave this case at home. Now this last toolbox with the transparent lid is actually an add-on that I purchased separately to the 3 other boxes which came as a set. It comes with dividers and individual containers to store items. I use the box mainly for all my bits and pieces, such as USB and Ethernet cables, mic clips, mic clip adapters, drum keys, patch cables, tools, sharpies, flashlight, Velcro, masking tape, cable ties, rubber feet, and batteries. Basically, just little bits and pieces to get the job done. I don't always take the large box with wheels to a gig. Sometimes I just need 1 or 2 boxes and the stacking system really helps keep everything together and organized. The best part is that even with the extra box I added on, I can still lock everything together, pull up the handle and roll everything out to my car or from the car to the venue. This saves me time from going back and forth grabbing things and putting them in and out of boxes, and overall just saves me a lot of time and effort. I hope this was helpful. I know it's a bit unconventional to use a toolbox instead of a proper musician-specified road case, but hey, it works for me, especially if I'm in a rush, and it keeps everything organized and protected. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.